Hey, so I have been really enjoying reading books out loud for years now as a mom. But I've also been enjoying reading books for my friends, and it's always been something that's been well received. And so I've been reading this book called Womb Awakening by Azra Bertrand and Sarah Bertrand. And I just read this chapter that really spoke to me, and I wanted to share it with you. So enjoy watching these beautiful hummingbirds outside my bedroom window while I read this passage to you. Unraveling masculine imbalance. For the past 2,000 or more years, when we have dared look upon the face of the divine to know ourselves and our universe, we have seen the image of a male creator God mirrored back to us. He stands for truth, for righteousness, for a promise delivered. He is victorious, a warrior, a rule maker, a lawgiver. He has freed us from our unclean, lowly existence in our bodies and lifted us up from the dirt of the earth with the promise of a distant, pure heaven when we die. The only thing he has asked for in return is our absolute obedience and worship of him, and to shape the world in his image, according to his worldview, excluding and diminishing all others. He has asked for sacrifices, for the foreskin of young boys, for wars in his name, for the genocide of nearly 9 million women of the old ways during the European Inquisition, for the genocide of indigenous cultures around the world, for the continued degradation of the feminine, making menstruation and sexuality a sin, and for the destruction and disregard of our living Mother Earth. He has asked us to die or kill for his righteous laws, to maintain his kingdom of control. It was not always this way. Once upon a time, all of the peoples of the earth honored the feminine face of both creator and creation, in union with the masculine. The two were not separate. The divine nature of the creator was inextricably woven into all of existence. The universe and all of creation was the body of the Great Mother. We humans were not separate from this. We were her well-loved children, along with all of the other animals, plants, mountains, and stars born from love. We were integral shining threads of this great cosmic weaving, all equal in importance. The universe was perceived by the world's peoples to be born from the dark mystery sprung forth from the womb of creation, from the infinite seas of a great void filled with a dazzlingly dark energy. For tens of thousands of years, these were the feminine creation myths. These were the ancient cosmologies that shaped our perceptions and actions in the world. They were the myths of connection, the myths of an interwoven existence, the myths that honored the web of life that created us and upon which our existence depends. When we look around us at the modern world, we can see the devastating effects of the loss of the feminine cosmologies, the soul loss and disconnection in the modern world that has resulted in a species where depression is the #1 world illness, and where we cannot even safely drink the earth's waters. For 5,000 years, we have lived under the shadow of patriarchal religion, which tells us God is a man, that we are saved by the son of that God, and that until 100 years ago, women didn't even have souls. The very structure of our societies has been infected by this thought system, whether we believe in God or not. We live in a relentlessly productive, individualistic, illogical, extreme, hypermasculine paradigm where the feminine in both men and women has been persecuted and competition, greed, and fear rule. Most of us, including women, don't even realize what we're missing. A deep, consistent experience of and connection with the feminine essence has been missing from the world for thousands of years. It is hard to truly imagine now a society founded on cooperation, collaboration, connectedness, and compassion for each other and every creature in the cosmos, and the gifts this would bring. In unraveling this masculine imbalance and reconnecting with the feminine, it is important to rediscover and explore where the mother goddess existed and how she was eliminated from our society, while being discerning about these energies. It is also likely that at some point on Earth, a matriarchy ruled that did not honor men and was not the perfect expression of love. This is a root of some of our deep-seated fears of the feminine, a world where womb power ruled without love, compassion, and balance would have been just as destructive as the patriarchy. Everyone has suffered under ruthless or wounded women in positions of power or control, and knows that gender doesn't equate to love. Reclaiming goddess culture is about reconnection with the feminine vibration of creation and its source. We can feel and know in our wombs and hearts the vibration of any particular goddess, is connected to. If it is about power, sacrifice, or control, it is not truly feminine. It is a false feminine, a demon in a dress, who is operating within exactly the same frequency as the patriarchy, using fear and occult knowledge to control us and separate us from our own power. The true feminine mystery dissolves us into a space beyond gender, beyond the need to control anything or anyone. We give up the reins and flow with life. Well, I trust that anyone and everyone that chose to stick around and listen has chose to do so because they've needed to receive these words. And I hope they've helped to uplift you and help to remind you of your deep connection to this feminine creatrix energy that exists within each one of us, whether we are in a male form or a female form, and to live that holy union as much as we can every day, to bring back a place of peace on this planet so that future generations might not have to endure the same struggles and pains that our tender hearts have had to. And bless it up to these beautiful hummingbirds sharing space with us during our sweet story time. I hope that all of you have a blessed day.